Ifeimi Andrew off the headlines on federal government, NNPC Limited, Dangote plan changes in petrol lifting investigation. All right, so that has not been confirmed by any of those companies mentioned, but that's not been confirmed by the federal government or the NNPC. But the Vanguard says it's an investigative work, so you have to also put that at the back of your mind when you respond to that headline. Autonomy. Labour begs federal government not to give workers' salary to local governments. This is a tricky one because if you remember health workers, some of them who have to be paid under the local government, whatever it was called, have been begging that, they move them to the state because they were not getting their monies on time. They were not even getting at all in some cases. So you might see some reason for what Labour is saying. Well, hopefully this time it changes with the autonomy thing. We hope that it changes and it doesn't just end up rearing more greedy politicians like we would see across the country. We just hope that that's not what it ends up becoming, where we now have more power drunk and greedy politicians who have money in their pockets and then now feel that the money is theirs to do whatever they like. Stanbic IBTC South Africa collaborate on sustainable energy. Nigeria needs to amend PIA to boost petroleum revenue. That's also on the Vanguard. Alleged 64 million naira fraud. Court grants IGP's request to arrest fugitive Olusanyo Okusanyo. Find all of that details on the Vanguard newspaper. And quickly now, let's go over to what we have on the Punch. All right. Principals, parents denounce GSS book on abortion, say content not part of curriculum. I've said this before, parents need to do a lot more, especially in what we have in society today, to make sure that you pay attention to what you have in the books that your children read and look at, the pictures and the animations that they put in there, the colors and all the things that they see in the cartoons that they look. You have to look at everything. There is a lot going on in the world, and if you do not open your eyes to see it first as a parent, you just might be losing your children to the pages of whatever it is that they find on any of those books. And then the curriculum as well, which came up as a conversation in the country. We were looking at the curriculum. I think we were looking at trying to work on it. I think it's also very important too that we have the right people that have the right motive and the right goals. Sit down to work on that so that we are sure of what is being put into that curriculum. And PDP kicks as Elias swears in Benue local government chairman. Naira for crude. Federal government panel proposes 6-month supply for Dangote refinery. We've been singing this Naira for crude. It was supposed to start October 1st. And still today, I cannot confirm whether they have already done it or does any payment has been made. Because we're still seeing all this panel and this and that. Well, 3 agencies spent 533 billion naira on revenue collection. That's also on the Vanguard newspaper. 2027 Obi Kwankwaso alliance proposal will fail, says APC. Well, if they want to align, let them align first before we tell whether it fails or it makes sense. The numbers to call are 0817 923 0002. 0817 923 0003. Any of those numbers you get across to us, I'll take them again. 0817 923 0002. 0817 923 0003. I'll repeat, please make sure that you keep your conversations short, straight to the point, and be very civil. All right? Be very civil. Thank you very much. Let's go to Ichi. That's where we start. And we have Temple on the line for us this morning. Hello, Temple. Good morning.
Good morning, the very distinguished Ifeimi.
All right. This morning. Very fine. Thank you. Okay. Over to JJ now in Rumigbo. JJ, good morning. Hello, JJ.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah.
Let me start from Benue State. where the PDP is kicking while the governor, yes, father, swears in elected chairman. Andrew, are you aware that it was the same day that they did election in Rivers State here that they did in Benue? And look at the one in Rivers State here. Instead of doing the right thing, all they are doing is try to bring down the state. But I tell you, nobody will bring down the state because our people say something. That a little child that goes to shake a coconut tree will end up shaking his head. Our own governor to swear in 4 cleared commissioner nominees. I think that's the way to go. The state must move on in spite of people who try to drag it down. Nobody can stop reggae. Then some supporters are being paid so down. That's my supporters, according to my governor, for arrest. I don't know why it will be that the buttocks will be the one to do something, the head will not receive no. The other time, they said they are investigating the assembly harassment, yet no report has come about. People were declared once, people were arrested and maltreated in Abuja. We shouldn't go this way. Thorough investigation, Mr. CP, and all those responsible for this Datley Act, because even a slap to you.
All right, JJ, thank you. Leighton Barry is in Bori. Let's go to Bori now. Leighton Barry, good morning.
Good morning, Ifemi Andrews.
Yes, go on.
Yeah, President Tinubu orders police to secure LGA secretariat. I think that is a good way to go. And my concern is that why did they, in the first place, order the police to leave the premises? Because as a result of that, that was why you see a lot of casualties we are calling on today. Because they would have at least look into what is happening first to see if the situation is fair for them to leave that environment. Because the neglect was so much, underrating what will happen. Because this is what we have been guiding against for some time now, and see what it has cost us. But I want to tell those who have been allowed to enter the council not to misuse the rights given to them by allowing anything that will cause mayhem again. I urge the chairman to take this responsibility serious, and that they are called to serve the people and not to do their own will. Because if they do their own will, we will hear another cry.
All right, Leighton Barry, thank you. Akanto is in Bori. Akanto, good morning.
And you, my friend. Good morning. How you doing this morning?
Fantastic, Akanto. Go on.
Yes, the Excellency is calling a commissioner, for commissioner this morning. I think that is a kudos to him. And I want to see Ghana people have been educating that did not have a commissioner. Today, Israel has been nominated as a commissioner from Ghana faction. And I know Israel Bolu as a star politician and a astute businessman. He's not only a politician, but somebody who has work to do. I want to say congratulations to Israel Bolu and people of Ghana local government area. In local government areas, including my own dear local government area, Ghana local government area. Somebody was shot dead animal and led by the former chairman, still is the former chairman of Ghana local government area, and by Eric Thomas and his Israel. But this group of people and they shot a staff of what is that? I would say, when excellency.
Akanto, do you have video clips of what you're claiming happened? If you have video clips of the individuals you are calling names of what was happening, send. If you don't have any proof to show it, then I would. All right. Well, I'm waiting for it now, please. All right, send. All right. So that's the position of Akanto. That's not what we are saying. We can only suggest that or make such accusations if we have hard facts or proof to show that this was what happened, and we have, in this case, video evidence. So, Akanto, if you do, send to us, then we can now perhaps look at it and say, okay, you have a point, and then you send it across to the appropriate authorities to aid in their investigation as to what happened in that council. Mufasa is on NTA Road. Good morning, Mufasa.
Andrew. Good morning. Now, talking about recordings and evidences, I have said before and I'll say it again that when abomination stays too long in a society, it becomes a way of life. You see, this is the only country that people commit crime and record themselves. You know, you just saw that council to provide, they have clips of people who recorded themselves in the act of committing a crime. We've had it before in this state. Yeah, people record themselves, and the police up to this moment have not declared this person wanted. You don't even need to look for the evidences. Record themselves because they know that they go spot free and walk freely on the street. And the president will give a statement and begin to mention the name of the sitting governor that I will listen to him yesterday. I am wondering why up to this moment he has not been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. Governor Sifubara, I don't know if there is any, even a chairman of council in this country that will take half of what this governor is taking. I do not understand what is going on in this country anymore, that the police need a directive from the president for what they can do the needful. They have a duty for crying out loud. And people shooting guns, destroying government property with impunity. Well, I hope that one day this country does not burn to the ground because we have leaders who are insensitive and irresponsible. Thank you, and have a fantastic day.
Good news is from 3. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother, man.
Yes, good morning. Good news.
The president came back. They said the police should go back. I think that statement of the president for me is like tapping the baby at the back. Police blocked councils so that critical members will not enter. And order came that they should leave the council so that the elected members will enter. Well, the order asked them not to protect properties. We did not ask them not to see people who carry gun and arrest them. The order said that they should just keep quiet. I thought that the president would have ordered for investigation and arrest of the perpetrators and the sponsors. What do I know? Yesterday at Obiano, I want to appreciate the local government chairman of Obiano, Chijo Kirumo. He stood his ground. Despite all odds, I think I was there for my friend. He was on ground. When they did all they do, shooting any I'm sorry, in the system, trying the castle. He asked the people, went to the office of vice chairman to see what was happening. They started shooting. They thought he will run. This time, the boys are around. Just with machete. It's on the video. I'm not such spirit. And what is not good is not good. I heard the governor spoke. The people who think they are destroying this place because, just as the governor said, after being a governor,
all right, good news. Point made. Let's quickly go to Imbiama. John is on the line, and then we get to HA again. John, good morning.
Yes, my good friend, good morning.
All right, go on.
Yes, Governor Tumle speak on the damage in the Ikore local government and Emohua, Elene. Andrew, it is not the way. Politics have come and gone. They have won you, they have won you. Destroying something, it is not the best way of being killed. Andrew, in the Christian Bible said, when the righteous rule, people rejoice. Look at Emoha local government. The former chairman of Emoha local government was there for past 2-3 years. There was no electricity in Emoha. Today, David Omoreji has electrical Emoha local government from Elelini to Dan Emoha. They have light today. They are happy. Going to burn that Emoha local government council is no good. Parents should call their children to order that they should cease from violence. Violence is not the best way of democracy. Elections have come and go. It is not the best. I want to congratulate all the chairman of 23 local governments in Rivers State, in HA local government.
All right. John, thank you very much. Let's go to HA where Uche Ken is on the line. Thank you. We have to move on, John. Uche Ken, good morning. Quickly, please turn down the volume of your radio.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
let me quickly talk about the IPAC chairman in Namuma local government that said the election held in Namuma. But I heard APC Darlington Wuju of Emeka Beke yesterday said nothing happened in Namuma. That is not my business. My happiness is that Emeka Beke showed up where he casted his votes and also fed in his unit. At the end of the day, they were used and they were done. Then, as for the chair people that spoke about constituency one, still merited the chairmanship slot. Just that people involved, I never wanted to talk to them this morning. Has OK Clark, where that position was zone 2 this moment, not been in that position for 3 consecutive times? Nando Kere heard from there. Okwama heard from there. This other person heard from there. No one has been giving to Susu Clark because they are busy selling themselves. At the right time, I believe we will correct it. Andrew, finally, Governor Phil said in President Tinubu's speech, only his name was mentioned. So I want to ask, which other person else who wants name to be mentioned, who took an oath of office with you, who is also disobeying the rule of law? On his speech, he said if there is something to be done for peace to take place, he will do. I want to disagree with him. That he has been saying this kind of thing without doing them. He was the first to run to President Tinubu, complained about Rivers crisis, signed Airport Peace Park, came back to River State, started doing a different thing, always telling people Wike is my Oga, always going to back, doing a different thing. Sir, we are matured now.
All right, thank you very much, Uche. Let's move on now quickly to a few messages. Thank you very much. Abinoye from Abuja. Unfortunately, we don't have enough time to take your contribution. We have to quickly get on to a few messages, and we have a commercial coming in a couple of minutes' time. Gift Amechi says, for 6 good years, no part of Ikwere had electricity. Someone else should be ashamed. No part of Ikwere had electricity might be difficult to believe. If you said some parts did not, maybe that could make it, but to say the whole of Ikwere local government area, no electricity, that's hard, oh, my brother. Jeff Etibeko say, congratulations. On the same Saturday, at least 4 local government areas in different states conducted elections, but only Rivers is having this situation. Thank God that places, I blame judiciary for what is happening. Those burning council secretariats should know that the council chairman will use funds to rebuild those secretariats. Then one more, Christian Williams says, Nigerians no longer take NNPC story serious. I have long put my hope in God as a solution to this petrol crisis in the country. My brother, the petrol crisis situation is not on God. It is us. This one, they are our hand. we have to tackle it and do the right thing. We just perhaps not doing the right thing for whatever interest that is involved. We'll take a commercial now. Thank you very much. Stay with us.
Democracy is the freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. Nigeria Info opens the mic.